Good morning, everybody. It is another beautiful day here in Kyoto, Japan, and today we're going somewhere very special. I finished up at the nursery a couple of days ago, and a lot of the trees are going up to Tokyo now, so I've got a few days off here to explore the city and do some filming for the advanced course that I'm doing with Bonsai Empire. So as part of that, we're going to be going to a special place today called Katsura Rikyu. This is a place that's very difficult to get into. You actually have to apply through the government and get approval. So we managed to do that, and when I say we, Nancy and myself, we're going together today. So we are heading over to Katsura Rikyu right now to check it out. So let's head over there and see what it's all about. So that was pretty dope, obviously, but one of the issues is you have to participate as like part of a group, so they kind of rush you through parts of the garden, but overall it's absolutely incredible, completely worth the effort in signing up early through the government. Alright, we are back in Osaka, our old stomping grounds. As you can see, the atmosphere here is a little bit different than it is in Kyoto. You've got about a population of 1.4 million people in Kyoto, but down here in Osaka, if you include a lot of the surrounding areas, you're talking more like 8 million people. So it's a much, much bigger city. One thing that's interesting to me is you could have such a jam-packed city like this, but you have elements of nature all around. They really do a good job here of trying to bring in elements of nature into the city. There's lots of street trees here. There's lots of parks, there's lots of places of greenery that you can go see, and most importantly, there is the Ikeda city area where Fujikawa-san's nursery is, and we've got a concentration of about 5 nurseries in that area. So you do have a nice mix of modern, sort of contemporary big buildings, and then old traditional arts and nature all mixed into one city. So that's what makes this city one of the greatest cities in all of Japan. So today we're up in the northwest corner of Kyoto. We're actually visiting a place called Ninna-ji, which is a large temple complex. It was founded in the year 888, so it's been here a long time. That was about a little less than 100 years after the city itself was founded. So there's a long history here. There's actually a major history here of rock-moving monks. So monks who would have been the first people to move rocks around in a fashion for aesthetic purposes, so in garden building. So this temple has a lot of connection to garden building in Japan. So I'm here today to film a little bit for the advanced course for Bonsai Empire. So I'm gonna find a good spot to set up and start filming. So these trees right behind me here are what are called Omuro Zakura or Omuro cherry. So these trees were cultivated to bloom a little bit later than the regular cherry trees that you see around Kyoto. So later in, say, mid-April to late April, these will actually be in bloom here, even after all of the cherries in all the other areas of Japan, and particularly in Kyoto, have finished blooming. So there'll be tons of people here that time of year. But it's a beautiful area, and you can see right now they're covered in snow, which is absolutely gorgeous. So I'm gonna get a couple of shots of this, and then we're gonna head up and find a good spot to film. Okay, so that was no dice on recording over at Ninna-ji because some guy was blowing off the snow with a giant leaf blower and it was way too loud. So we're gonna go find another quieter place in the neighborhood just outside of the temple complex here. This is a really nice area. So actually I used to live in this area when I was going to university here back in 2006, 2007. So I lived up in this northwest area, and I'll actually show you the university here in a little while when we get over there. I'm heading up towards that area because there's another very famous temple up there that I want to record at. But I'm going to see if I can find somewhere in this nice neighborhood to record that's a little bit quieter. So let's see if we can find something. All right, we're gonna see if we have any better luck over here. This is a temple complex called MYOSHIN-JI. It's a huge complex, a lot of really small, nice, beautiful gardens throughout it. So I'm gonna see if I can sneak into one or two of these and set up camera and film a little bit with a nice backdrop. So let's see what we can find here. So that went relatively well. I managed to get some really good shots in MYOSHIN-JI for the upcoming advanced course, despite the fact that there was quite a bit of noise in there. Now what I'm doing is heading up to Toji-en, which is another famous temple. I got to do some filming up there. But before I go there, I'm going to swing by my old stomping grounds, Ritsumeikan University, where I actually met Nancy, and I'm going to see if the cafeteria is open so I can get some lunch, because it is freezing out here and it's about the only warm place around. So let's head up there and see if I can sneak in and get some lunch at the cafeteria. Okay, so that kind of sucked. Toji-en was under construction for renovation, so they had everything covered up and I couldn't really film there. So instead of going there, what I'm gonna do now is head over to a place called Kitano Tenmangu. Every month on the 25th of the month, they have a giant flea market there. And I believe they have, I think it's like 500 stalls maybe, so 500 different vendors there. But we're gonna head over there and see what kind of goods they got. Maybe there might be some bonsai or some bonsai pots or related things. So maybe we can find some goodies over there to take back with us to the States. So let's head over there and find out. Okay, so I managed to get a few nice things at the market. I got some bronze crabs and a bronze koi for bonsai display. Now I'm heading over to the last place for this particular vlog. We're going to Ginkaku-ji, which is a silver pavilion on the eastern side of Kyoto. So this place has some connections to bonsai because the founder, Ashikage Yoshimasa, had a lot of connections to Japanese culture and art, and allegedly he judged a bonseki show, which is related to bonsai, back during the late 1400s. So let's head in and check this place out. So it's pretty obvious why this is one of my favorite gardens in all of Kyoto, and I'm so glad that I got a chance to come back and film it a little bit for the upcoming advanced course. So that is going to be coming out in May, so make sure you check that out when it comes out. You'll get to tour the whole garden with me. There's a lot of information I'm putting in there that's related to bonsai and to this particular garden, so please check that out. Also make sure to like and subscribe, and again, if you want to buy some of our merch, you can go to bjornbjornholm.com/merch, and we will see you guys on the next vlog. Take care.